So you bought a Kia or a Hyundai not long ago and you found out it could get stolen with something like this, a USB. That's it. So you like the brand so much that you bought an EV6 or, a Kia Ioniq 5 or a EV6 from Hyundai, only to find out that they can steal it with a Game Boy, or what looks like one.
The longest time. Whoa. For the longest.
Yo, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta represent.
What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. Now, let me say this at the front like I do on every single video I do of these. This isn't for educational purposes only. This is not for us to teach people how these cars are stolen. This is to educate you, if you own one, to let you know that you could come outside and your shit could be gone, like straight up. So there's these new things that they've designed to look like Game Boys. They're car theft tools, but they design them this way so that they look harmless. So like if somebody got pulled over and they saw it in the car, they're not going to think, if some kid gets pulled over walking down the street and he's got a Game Boy in his pocket, it says Game Boy on it, and has a display and all that other crap, they're not going to consider it a car theft tool. Now, it's no different than them using, I don't know, an old LG Stylo 6 like we have here, or iPhones I haven't seen yet, but Android phones, yeah, they use these too to steal your car. The thing with the Game Boy, which this also works with a Stylo 6 because it has a headphone jack, so you can plug in the module there for the antenna and do the same thing with the Game Boy hack that you could do with an old Android phone. Now, basically what they're doing is they're cloning and copying. There's two options. So these Game Boy devices do two things. They have a little antenna on it, and let me show you what they look like. All right, so they look like this. Now, you see the little antenna that's on there. Basically what that can do is, it's very similar to like the small repeater box that I did videos on a couple of years ago with the Green Monster, with my 392 Challenger Scat Pack, in that you could have that box open and even have the ability to pull a little like strip on the back up as an antenna to get a little bit better signal from inside the house, and it can repeat your keys. Now, there's some ways to protect yourself from that by getting a Faraday box or a Faraday pouch. They sell those on Amazon. I'm not even going to link it because I don't want people to think I'm trying to profit off of this. But you basically put your keys in there, and it keeps the signal from getting out so that the assholes outside can't steal your car. Now, that's one method. Now, some of the more advanced Game Boys, that's what they're calling these, don't even need your keys in your house. They literally are. Hyundai and Kia are almost as bad as Stellantis. They're almost as bad as Dodge and Ram and Jeep, in that they don't really care about security, right? And I almost think that these corporations are doing it on purpose at this point, because they're looking at it as, well, damn, if somebody steals the car, that means, insurance will pay it out, it will go to auction, and the customer will come buy another one. As long as you guys keep going to buy them, then yes, they're right, and they're getting more sales and moving more numbers because their cars are easy to steal. It's not a good look. Anyways, so these other methods that they do is they literally just, and I want to show you because there's a Ioniq 5, I believe, and I have an image of that. So with that Ioniq 5, you see the guy, he's out on the sidewalk, he's got the Game Boy in his hand, he literally just walks up to the vehicle, it recognizes, and all you have to do is touch the button, like make the car activate in some way, pull on the door, turn the lights on. You just have to get the car to activate, and if you hit the button and the key's not there, these Ioniqs, these Hyundais, they'll turns something on in the computer. And once that turns on, that device is able to get that code. It makes it think the key is there. Even if your key is in a Faraday box, it doesn't matter. And boom, they're in the car will start, and they drive your $60,000 Hyundai, your EV that you way overpaid for, away. And that's gone. So the Kia boys are back, if you want to call it that. It seems that this device, which I have one coming, you know I do. As soon as this happened, I literally reached out to the scumbags on the internet where I learn all this stuff from so I can educate you guys. And I said, hey, are these like readily available? Where can I get this? And it's not hard to find these, unfortunately, but you can get one of these tools. And I want to test it on BMWs. I want to test it on Toyotas. I want to test it on Dodge vehicles. I want to see if this thing works across the board. Evidently, they're using something similar with Android phones with an antenna that plugs in. They're old Android phones that have headphone jacks, right? So it has to have a headphone jack, and it has to be an older Android phone running Android 10 or earlier. And that's how they're stealing Camaros. And I'm going to do that in a separate video. So if you happen to have a Camaro and you live in California and your shit keeps getting stolen, or you know about people who keeps getting their cars stolen, that's why. If you're law enforcement and you pull some scumbag kids over and they happen to have old ass Android phones, but there's no contacts, there's nothing in it, and you happen to see an Autel app on the phone, might be something you want to question them about. Just saying. Some people have asked, can they use the USB port if it's USB-C instead of a headphone jack? Yes, if it's under Android 10. It has to be Android 10 or below is what this software runs on that they're stealing these cars with. But anyways, another educational video. I literally just I want you, if you own one of these vehicles, to know that this is out there. I'm not going into the step-by-step process of how they do it. I want you to know that it's out there so you can better protect your vehicle. And that means you got to put it in a garage. I'm sorry. Or you got to box that thing in with other cars. Otherwise, it's literally, it's sad, but it's true. But it's literally USB gate all over again, because these guys are literally just going to do this, but now electronically, and just zoom and drive off with your car. It's absolutely crazy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Tesla guys, don't think I haven't forgot about you. Evidently, there's an exploit for the Tesla Cybertruck that makes the Tesla Cybertruck the easiest Tesla to steal. Now, the only thing with Tesla is it's very easy to recover those vehicles thanks to their software and their situation. Hyundai's, Kias, not so much. They actually have a very easy way to fall off the grid, so to speak. Like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.